Hey everybody, how you doing? George here. Today I wanted to talk to you about blending real amplifiers with amp sims. This last year I really dove into the amp sims and started doing some recording with them, and I was so impressed by them. I honestly saw myself using them instead of amps to record with because they were so convenient. They didn't make noise at home, but I'm fortunate enough to own a lot of cool amps, and once I started A-Bing and recording with the amps, I just love, not to knock amp sims, they're really great, but the real thing is just a teensy bit better than the amp sims. One thing I started doing was blending the two, and I was like, really got some great results. So I was like, why not blend the real amp with some of these other amp captures together? I'm using amp sims from STL Tones, Neural DSP, and also ML Sound Lab. So I'm going to blend a bunch of these real amps with amp sims and see what we can come up with and get some killer guitar tones. All right, let's go. Okay, let's check out this first track. This track is called Like Father, Like Son. And what I have here is two guitar tracks with two DIs, and I am using the EVH for this. Let's give it a listen. Okay, so right now I have a blend of a left and right amp, and I also have two amp sims on here. We have a left and right instance of STL Tonehub. I'm using the Friedman BE100, and it's a Marshall 60s cab with a SM57 and a 421. So what I have is those two on the left and right. Let's solo those here. And let's turn those up. So this is just the direct line with the amp sims. I'm going to turn off my amp sims here so you can hear it. Now we're going to bring in the real guitar. Let's hear those by itself. So this is just the two EVH tracks, left and right. Let's bring those up a little. Okay, now this is just the amp with the drums here. This is just guitar and drums, no bass, and the drums are recorded but not mixed yet. So there's just I just have a saturator on them to give them a little push. But so keep in mind that this is nowhere near a final mix here. Okay, now let's bring in the direct guitars with that. Okay, it's a little loud. Let's bring down the direct. I think the secret to blending the DIs with the actual amps is to do a very light blend with the DIs. Okay, there you have the first instance. Okay, for this next sample, we have a song called Walk Away or You'll Die. It's about drug addiction. So right here, I have two instances of Marshall guitars. I have a left and right recorded with the JCM 800, and on the DIs for that, I have a instance of the archetype Nolly from Neural DSP. So basically, I have the Nolly on both sides going. Everything's almost straight noon, and I used the second cab instead of the matched one, so you can mix and match the cabs. So let's to start, let's hear what the guitars sound like without the direct. Okay, pretty cool. I was definitely happy with that sound that I captured. Okay, now let's hear what it sounds like when I blend in the Neural DSP. Pretty cool. Okay, let's hear the guitars by themselves. Let's hear the DIs. It's like a nice 6505 scoop sound. Okay, I'm gonna, or 5150, I think. Same difference. I'm gonna bring these back down and then play them all together. Pretty cool. And I think this is a cool way to fatten your tracks up too, without having to do. So here I have 2 performances, and some people will quad track and do 4 performances, and it's a nightmare getting all those guitars to line up on really fast syncopated riffs. So I think this is a good option for beefing up some double tracks. So there's so many choices nowadays that it could be overwhelming what to do, but on the other hand, it's a blessing because we have so many choices. So pretty cool stuff. Okay, for this one, I'm going to do a sample of some clean guitars. This is the only ballad that's on the album. It's a song called Believe in Me. And on this, I just have the Marshall left and right on the choruses, and I just have a dirty Marshall on the verses. For the dirt guitars, I added an instance of the ML Sound Labs Chris Baseford, which is the Diesel VH4 amp sim, which is really cool. So that's for the dirt, and I did this really cool thing for the clean channels. Let's play it here. And what I did is I took a dirty guitar and what I did was I put an instance of the Cory Wong Neural DSP plugin, and I put up his Clean Machine amp. And what I did was I added, he's got this shimmer wash reverb that is just amazing sounding. And he actually has a wah in here, and I thought it would sound really cool to have that high frequency of the wah in the background of the dirt guitar. And it sounds pretty cool. So let's hear those two together. So there's a pretty cool example of adding like a amp sim effect right over another guitar. And then for the dirty section, I have a Marshall left and right and what I have going here is the Marshall left and right, the actual amp. And then the Chris Bradford. Together. There you have it, folks. That's mixing amp sims with real amps. Really cool stuff. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I really appreciate you stopping by and watching, and please consider subscribing. And I hope you guys have a good one. See you soon. Thank you.